Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's edition of the 5D News. We are May 6th, and we're very happy to be sharing this hour with you with the latest news all over the world and also some of the not so much news, but things that we'd like to know. And hi, Sophie, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. The weather is changing. We're starting to have good temperatures, so it's very good to be happy and be outside. So yeah, I hope you're having
Yeah.
good weather, everybody, because it's just uplifting so much.
Yeah, I agree so much. So here in the northern hemisphere where we're at, it's spring. We're starting to feel warmer temperatures. So let us know from where you're watching this because we know that some of you are entering the opposite season. So let us know how you're feeling with the weather and how are you feeling with the stars. And we're going to talk about all of that. So let's begin this 5D news with politics because, as you know, there's a lot going on there. We covered a little bit of the Canadian elections in the past once. And I came across a video from a channel that I really enjoy, and that's from Stars Align with Carmen. This is a numerology channel. And I did listen to her numerology prediction for the Canadian federal election, but after the fact, so after Carney was elected. And she looked at Pierre Poliver and Mark Carney numerology to know, like, in her opinion, who would win. And she predicted Mark Carney because of his numerology. And she looked also at Canada's number. And what I thought was super interesting is that she did predict that Mark Carney was about to be elected. But she says there's probably going to be like a last minute change behind the scenes. And I hope I'm quoting correctly, but the big lines were that she said also that Carney would likely get elected based on numerology, but there would be loads of surprises coming for him. So, and I know, like, I asked you before the election, you said there's going to be like a change behind the scenes, probably last minute or something. But you said like you weren't too sure. And I said, like, do you think like it's going to be the conservative? And you said probably. But like you said, they're both liberals and conservatives were pretty much like on the same, like it was a close call. But she said Carney has a more let's say good numerology to be elected, but he's in a, if we look at 2025, he's in 22 essence 1 year. 1 year is good for politics for being elected, more than the 9 year that Pierre Poliver is in. It's probably the end of something, either the end of his career, the end of him being in the Conservative Party, or the end of a big chapter for him. But she said the 22 essence says that either he's not going to finish his term, something surprises might happen, and next year Carney is in a 9 essence, which is like the nine, well, the last number of a cycle. 11 talks about challenges as well. So I would like to ask the cards. Let's start with: will Carney be facing challenges or resignation this year? I don't
I
know if it's the
Yeah,
right way to ask that, but
yeah, absolutely. That's a very good question. And as you were talking about that, I just really feel like strongly that Carney is just, well, we know it. It's not going to be a surprise for anybody watching, but I just feel like Carney is completely behind the scene, a puppet, and it's just completely
yeah.
yeah. And we had those cards also. People have things on him. So yeah, let's see what we have for. Does he have any surprises or difficulties coming his way? Correct.
Yes, this year, and then we can also ask after that for next year, because it seems like next year it's going to be pretty rough for him based on his numerology. But let's start with this year,
Okay.
2025. So will Carney be facing challenges or resignation? Maybe.
The first card is grief, so that cannot be an easy time for him. I feel like the grief means that there is project that he wants to do, and we're going to see what the tarot what it means. But for me, that can be a kind of a, it's not going the way he thought it's going to be. Okay. Next we have pleasures and ethics, and then we have health, we have high honor, recognition, and we have soulmate and solitude. So possibly also something going on if he's married. I'm assuming he is. So maybe something going on with his partnership also, not just the politic, but his personal life could be also being impacted this year. More towards the end of the year, I would say. It's the last card, so I would say more towards the winter for us, the last months of the year. Okay, so under the grief, we have 5 of Cups. So we can see that in his career this year, there could be significant loss of support, significant loss of, he has a hard time moving things in the direction he wants them to go. 4 of Pentacles. Let me know if if it's noisy. I will make some arrangement here for the sound, okay?
Sounds good to me so far.
Perfect. So yeah, I do see that he has a hard time moving things in the direction that he wants them to go. And we have the Hermit. I don't think he has the capacities to. There's 2 things in that. I don't feel he has the capacities to really start fighting against everything that he has to start fighting to be making significant change in the way he wants them to be, because there's going to be probably a strong opposition to what he is doing.
Okay.
Also, we have ethics with the Hermit. So I really think that he will have to face what he has done in the past.
Okay. On the personal side of things or / professional, both. Okay. And can we ask specifically, will he be resigning either this year or next year? Or can we ask, like, maybe on a positive way of asking the question, will he finish his term?
Okay. Compromise is the card. Nightmare is the second. Secret and timeline shift. So this is exactly what we saw before he was elected. It's going to be extremely tough for him to survive. Survival instinct are there, and the mask. So trying to keep everything secret in the mask with her saying like, so really interesting that we have that, trying to buy people behind the scene to keep things secret. So far it's not looking good. It's looking exhausting for him to just trying to hold on to what he has. Is there a significant tarot cards that would tell us it's the end for him? Knight of Cup. Hierophant is his position. Magician, he will have to lie a lot and just mix documents and stuff all the time. 4 of Wands, 2 of Swords, and the Devil. Chariot. He wants to, and he has big power behind him to try to stay in power, but it's going to take a toll on his life, on his health.
Okay. And interestingly, because I believe if something has to happen during his term, it will probably be next year in 2026, because he will enter, as we said, the 9 essence, which is like the end of a cycle, and the 11 here, which can be very challenging based on, let's say, past karma, past deeds. And also Carmen was talking about also that we are as a country in a 5 essence, which talks about lots of changes, like changing the status quo on many fronts. And next year we're going to enter also a 9-year, which is a completion of a cycle. Can we ask the cards, like, what will 2026 for Canada bring to the forefront? Let's say, is it a separation from the Commonwealth? Is it uniting with the US? Is it provinces breaking away? Or resignation from the PM? Like, what can the cards tell us about 2026
for Canada? Divine timing for big things, foundation, safety, and tradition. So reviewing the Commonwealth, absolutely. Recharging, fighting, passive. Okay, kiss and makeup. So there is going to be, that's a very big year for allies, reviewing all of the, that word, I can never pronounce that word. Alliance.
Alliance?
I don't know. It's an easy word. I don't know. My brain just doesn't want to go there. It's like, nope, too much. You reach your limit of English words. Okay. So yeah, it's basically reviewing the, that word. and reviewing how the value, the deep stuff. It's like a identity crisis for Canada.
Yeah, it's exact. I think this is probably the words that she used in this video too.
Okay. Ten of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, Queen of Cups. It's almost like Canada is going to be considering that next year, 2026, is the year of Canada. It's almost like we're going to have more control over what we want and not accepting less. And as long as I know it's not saying like what it's going to happen, but that's the vibration we're going to see. So if there is anybody that is going to be asking us for more, Canada is going to just stop that agreement. We're just going to protect even more the interests of Canada. And it's a year of, I would say, the energy of the Queen of Swords. So taking no BS from anybody. And it says that major shifts are about to happen in that year. But it's very up to free will at this point because it's just very reactive. So it reacts very easily to everything that is going to happen. And
Your boundaries, maybe like more of healthy boundaries.
yeah. And the foundation is so important. We have the card of house, which is foundation and just the stability of everything, with the Four of Wands, which is the same energy. So those two together means that it's going to review, okay, do we want to be aligned with this country, or do we want to go with other values? So a lot of immigration laws are going to be reviewed next year. A lot of home laws are going to, like building and housing laws, are going to be reviewed. But everything with association with other countries are going to be also under big review. It's not saying for the who is ruling it if it's going to be okay, yes, it's saying, because we have 10 of Swords, it's not saying like we're going to get rid of this person, but if this person doesn't align with the country energy is going to push that person off.
But like, if I read the cards right, like I believe it says that he's not going to finish his term. So
I don't think he has the health to do it.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
So maybe more on a personal health level.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. And now let's jump to our neighbor country, the US. And so Trump has announced lots of stuff recently, which is very interesting. So lots to talk about. So first, I was watching a video from Katia Abundancia, the French medium, and she was saying that they were, Trump and Musk were about to stop working together in a near future because they wouldn't align on the same values, agendas. So I'd like to read on that if we can. I'd like to ask the cards, are they to continue working together in the near future?
Okay. They are very linked on Wall Street. That's so far that's what I'm seeing. So they have common investments.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, personally, I think the AI side of things might tear them apart a little bit on their views, because Musk seems to have a bit of different views about humanity's future. But let's see what the cards have to say.
It says from a distance, but I don't see them ever stopping so far.
From a distance, you mean like collaborating, but with a little bit more distance?
Yes. So we have commitment with a Three of Wands, which means that the collaboration is going to continue. But this is the card of a little bit more of distance. I think that probably there was impact on either of them or both of them because of that collaboration. So they are at the moment in the next phase of reviewing Nine of Wands and the revaluation, reviewing what is the best way to deal with this and what is the best way to honor their own personal value in this, so their own money interests and their own persona also to the public. What I'm seeing is that they have a lot of investment, like I said, behind behind what they're doing with the politics side. They have a lot of money together, and I think that they don't want to ruin that. I think that this is going to be, they have a common goal, and you can see it through this card because that's a treasure map, and you can see that this is the Knight of Pentacles. So they're playing the long game there. They have a lot of common interests, and they want to build something long lasting. They don't care if right now they have to just split ways a little bit, but they're always going to stick together to achieve something in the future. And I do think it's the Ace of Swords. Yes, I do think it's the technology side. I do think it's just pushing the technology and agreeing on what it means to collaborate together and pushing the limits of the technology, because the card that we have is Ace of Swords, and we have the big city.
And last question on this, can we ask if they're both being mentored or working with good, let's say, good ETs that have like humanity at heart?
It says they're working with both sides. Okay, both sides. So we have the Two of Pentacles and we have the War. What is really, really good, don't worry, we have boundaries with the Queen of Swords. So they are clear about their values, and they are clear about what they accept and what they don't accept. So they take advantage from both sides, and they are able to take the good from each side and just not take what they don't want from the negative side, I would say. And they have strong values, both of them. I know nobody see that the same way, but that's what I'm seeing from the cards. They have a vision of what they want to create, and they're 10 of Wands. They're working hard towards it, and I think that this is not. This is good. This is good. The 10 of Wands with the family, I'm seeing that as hard workers and really wanting to work for the people.
Okay. Well, that's reassuring. Okay, next item that we have here on the list. So Trump is proposing tariffs on foreign films, meaning that if movies were to be produced outside the US, they would have to pay tariffs, from what I understand here. So I thought that was so interesting because we know that Neptune recently entered the sign of Aries, and this is the planet that represents movies and the movie industry. So we're entering with Neptune in Aries, we're entering a brand new era for movies. So I'm wondering what the effect of this tariffs will be towards, first of all, the movie industry. Maybe we're going to see more independent movies, Aries being more independent, smaller movies, smaller productions. So, and we say here, we saw here in this article, they were talking about how it impacted the stocks, Netflix, Warner Brothers, Walt Disney, and so forth, because of that announcement. And also, it's interesting because we know that Neptune Pisces is kind of the energy of switching the public opinion with fiction, with movies. And we know that it has been a very powerful tool of propaganda, of programming for the masses. So, well, let's start here with the cards. Let's ask, how important really is the movie industry for political control? Like, how important is it for politicians? They want to talk.
Yeah, they want to talk for sure. Okay, this is major. We have planting the seeds with the stork. So this is planting the seed and also affecting from the bird. So very young age people watching movie are being affected. So this is telling a lot. Okay, we have the temptation, but it's also a card of creativity, because of all of the colors. It says seduction, allure, affair, temptress. So with this, it's kind of an easy way to get into the life of people and to create some kind of feeling and just start some kind of fire in their mind with any kind of topic that they want us to have. And we have this card. I cannot say this word here, but you can read that. And it's basically about how people need to watch TV or movies. So it's something that it's very important for them to control, and from all ages. So major.
Okay. Wow. And can we ask, like, what would be the result of this tariff announcement if they decide to go through with it, with the movie industry?
It says more control. It's funny because we have both extremes. We have more control. You can get the second row. And we do have a little bit of the independent movie right there. We have impersonal and we have lonesome. So people working in smaller studios, new ways of doing it. But we also have the other side. If you want to be in the elite, if you want to do big movies, big budget, it's more controlled.
Controlled in what way?
I don't know yet. I'll check.
Because I know he's also doing that for tax purposes, I guess, like financial purposes, to keep the production, because it's big money in the US.
Yeah, that's it. It's just because basically it means there's a couple of things I will talk about, because there's a few topics coming up. But we have, I think that's the high priestess, and we have the magician together. So it says that those who will have budget we have gaslight and control. Those who will have big budget will have to be useful to what message they have to come out with in the industry. So I think that overall will cost more if they stay in the US. So if you want to have a big budget for your movie, you need to be a company that is receiving budget from, I'm assuming, Pentagon or something. So for the moment, I think that it will invite more of the bad side of movies, while it is being, I'm assuming Trump has a plan to purge that side also. But Pentagon, you may know it, but there is a lot of different departments that are not connected to the president and that are working in secret even from him. So at the moment, first thing first, I feel like there is more control. If you wanted to have more budget, we have gaslight and the controller with the card of the Godfather. We do see that it's going to make space for other countries to have success in movies, because they can produce movies and possibly we are going to watch them more because of it. It also invites smaller studios, like I said, to create new style of movies and to maybe get out of their ways to create, new movies. I think overall it's going to be both extreme for a while.
Okay. And regarding Neptune and Aries, because that's going to be like a new, as I said, like movie era, can we ask, like, and not just the US, but like worldwide, like how will the movie industry change with that Neptune and Aries transit? Would it be more overall independent film, maybe more movies on war because it's an Aries theme, on martial arts, more, let's say, foreign movie? Like, what can the cards tell us about like this new era of a Neptune in Aries? What's going to be trending? Maybe it's like brand new idea, like he seemed to refer to, because Aries is the first sign. So maybe more innovative ideas.
The card just flew out, so I will just take them. I did not see that coming, but that makes sense. I think we have breaking from toxic cycles, honoring ourselves is going to be one of the topics. farewell. We do have war, but it's also farewell about how you're changing your life, about how you're starting over. That kind of topic is going to be there. We do have narcissists a little bit, so we can. This is also my card for the big Hollywood actors. So we can see that here we have this kind of energy of either that other extreme that we were talking about, the big movies, but they're going to be seen as more fake this time around. So I think there is going to be a little bit too much, trying too hard, and not a lot of not aligned that much with the topic people really want to hear about. Now we have the one-sided love affair. This is going to be something that is going to be a topic apparently, and how to empower yourself. I feel we have anger, so you name that: war, martial arts, action movies. So we have this anger that is there. Those are the big topics. I think they're going to be more seen in movies.
And I guess also, which I didn't think of, because Aries is also the hero type movie, so the hero that goes on a journey of self-discovery, which seemed to be also one of the topics that you named. Oh, wow. Okay, interesting. And next, Trump orders apparently to reopen the Alcatraz prison. So for America's most ruthless and violent offenders. So it was kind of abandoned for a while, and he plans to reopen it. And we have a little picture here. It's on a little island here. Let's ask the cards. We know there's many movies on this very famous prison. What is the energy of this place? And maybe that's going to be another question, but what will be the consequences of reopening this prison?
Okay,
so let's start. Thank you.
What's the energy of the place? Well, yeah, I'm not surprised to see this, but we have haunted, and we have like many things have happened there that we're not aware of. I do see that it's a place where you lose kind of all of your hopes, and a place where you have to be really much in your mind and you're not in your physical. It says also very interestingly, it says that groups of people have been to that place since it closed to try to heal that place and remove the darkness.
Oh.
So that's good, but the energy of the place is still pretty much about how it's a total surrendering of your body, and some people have left their soul there after that because they did that to another extreme. King of Sword reverse, exactly. It's like you need to surrender your mind and just let go completely to survive.
Okay, and yeah, what will be the consequence of reopening the prison if we're looking at crime management in the US? Will it help? Will it be worse? Like, will it be feared as a place you really don't want to go and therefore affect the criminality of the US? I don't know.
We have Purge as a very first card. We have begging. So yes, it has a big effect. So far with the criminals, there is fears. Born yesterday, okay. Kiss and makeup. A lot of people are going to try to repent. Yeah, we have justice. So it seems to be good. It seems to help.
Okay, it's feared. So
yeah.
It has a good effect.
Okay. Really, they're afraid to become insane, it says.
Okay. Wow. Because I guess, like, I know there has been movies about escaping this prison, but it seems to be rather a hard task in reality. Okay, our next one. So apparently secret CIA files claim to expose location of 3 alien bases, and 2 of them are on Earth. So this is from the Daily Mail in the UK. So lots of information coming out of those CIA files. So yeah, let's look at that. First of all, is this true? Are 2 of those, at least, I'm guessing, alien bases on Earth.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. Paid in full, and we have marriage. That means that we have total agreement with them. We have a contract, and they have paid something for it.
Yeah, there's an exchange. Yeah. And why is this information being released to the public now?
Ooh. Okay, let's see what we have. Karmic partner, soulmate, crossfire. They're preparing in case something is happening where they need to already have this information out. Otherwise, if they need to say too much at once, it can overwhelm everybody.
Okay. Are they preparing for the coming out of those alien?
Ooh, what are they preparing for? Union and suspicion. Yes, absolutely. They're getting ready for people to know who are the good ones, who are working with us, against us, and just to they're getting ready to disclose this.
Because I find this like fascinating that since I guess a year or so, like we've been getting like bits and pieces here and there of CIA files or like public, and you see more and more in the mainstream news they talk about alien UFOs, and it has become like almost like, oh yeah, another alien or another UFO, even for the public, the general public.
You know, I don't know if you heard normies talking about this, but I feel it's like a whistle that only dogs hear. Like I feel like it's only us that are aware of it and just talk about it, and like the normies are not aware of it.
I don't know. Let us know in the comments what you think. Do you hear people that are not really let's say awakened? Do you hear talking about about that kind of stuff? I think I do, but yeah, you might be right too. Like you're also you let in your consciousness what you're ready to digest, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, last question on this. What are they doing in those bases? What are they working on?
Okay.
And let's specifically ask for the earthbound basis.
Yep. It's diplomatic areas where they have meetings, where they have important meetings mainly, and it's almost like a lab where humans are able to work and learn from them, and they're able to work and learn from us. So it's more learning about them and learning from them, and learning about us and learning from us.
Would you say it's more about, let's say, DNA, about the body? Is it more about technology? Is it about
It's about a little bit of everything, but to be honest, their main topic right now is about the controlling of the population.
okay.
Good and bad. Okay, there's good and bad depending who we're working with, who is in power, what is the intent. There's good and bad. I want to be really honest here. It's not all doom and gloom. It's not rainbows and butterfly also. I think they are managing also how to get this information out, to not stress everybody when it's people with good intent working with them. It's also there is also the control of the population.
Fascinating. Wow. Okay, let us know in the comments what you think. And we're going to talk a little bit about the Earth and the stars. So let's start here. And someone sent me this video, which is about Dr. John Campbell. And he's talking about the I Do Not Consent movement, which is about solar radiation management. So apparently they announced in the UK and some other countries, and I'm guessing we're part of that too, that they are intending to block the sun, to cover the sun, because apparently it's dangerous. But he's saying here in this video, I do not consent to that, because also it's going to have a bad impact on our food, on our survival in general, on our health. So, and when I was watching the video, I was like, I'm guessing it has probably started already. If I look at the weather here, so I don't know, we're going to ask the cards, because here it's cloudy. We barely see the sun. And I know it's a lot like that in other countries. I'm talking to people in some other countries, and and someone in Mexico was telling me too that they had like a lot of chemtrails, not a lot of sun. So let's ask the cards. Has the operation to cover the sun started already?
The price. They're trying to make money out of it, to sell a kind of a subscription almost, or like you have to pay to get access to it, and to redirect for the, I'm assuming it's for the food and everything. We have betrayal, threat, jealousy. Yeah. So this is part of the worst timeline, and we're not saying that this is where we're going, but at the moment there is probably forces that are trying to make it happen and forces that are trying to not make it happen. But this is what is the intent behind controlling the sun, is to sell it. This is the snake, so it says betrayal, it says jealousy and threat. So this is a threat for sure to the countries that are not going to be able to pay for it, and that should not see the light of day for sure. We have boundaries, so it says that it's going to be able to limit the exposure of the sun to where they don't want it to go.
Whoa. Yeah. And when I look at your other card, the snake card, it reminds me of and I don't know if we pulled on this before, but it reminds me of this reptilian theory that the reptilians are not able to survive if we keep let's say going on the path of enlightenment, of higher frequencies, of the earth changing positively. So they're not able to survive, so they would try to block the rays so that we keep ourselves in a lower frequency of less consciousness
and fear.
And fear. Yeah, definitely. It's all part together.
You're so right when you say that, because we can see depression because of it. We can see fear because of it. We can see control. So don't stress about this right now. It's not done, but we know it. There is people with bad intentions, and there is people that are trying to release this from happening.
Can we ask, like, what can we do in order to take the best timeline, which is more consciousness, more sun, less reptilians, or no reptilians at all? Like, what can we do in order to go on the best timeline for humanity?
It says to never be passive. So in this one, that's the first time that I'm seeing a real action. It says to not be passive and to, in fact, fight it. So we really have to be invested in the politics for this concern. We cannot snooze on that one. We have to be active on this one. It needs us to be active, because this has a huge impact for humanity and our body, our soul, and our mind. It says that they want to always keep us with the minimum of the light, and it's going to impact a lot of stuff. Okay, so that's the only thing that's the only time that so far I have seen that it's not just about keeping the vibration up, but really acting on this.
Okay, so I guess we'll have to do a little research here, and let's try to find this I do not consent. If they have like a petition, a website, let us know in the comments, and I'll try to do my research as well. And thank you also to Dr. John Campbell for bringing this out, because I guess it's important to support him in his demeanor. Is that the word? No, in his project.
Yes.
Project.
I'm joining you now in this Mercury retrograde, not retrograde brain.
I love it. This is what happens when you try to talk multiple languages in one day.
Yes.
Okay. Our next question. So our beloved planet Pluto has turned retrograde very recently, 2 days ago on May 4th. And it's going to be until October 13th. And it's the first time we have a complete retrograde of Pluto in Aquarius. So that will be very pivotal for humanity. And don't freak out, because like usually outside planets are more affecting the collective rather than our personal lives. But I'd like to know, what will be the most important changes that we're going to see in that period of time from May 4th until October 13th for the collective. Yeah, because I'm guessing it's going to affect Aquarius type of subjects. And judging by your face, I can't wait to hear all about it.
I need to have a better poker face.
No, I love it. It's part of your charm. I have a really bad one too. I guess it runs in a family.
I don't know. We went with friends this weekend, and Julie was talking about how I don't have a poker face. I don't know if I was that aware of it.
You were so bad.
Okay.
It's like she was making these faces with people with talk.
I don't know. When I watch the videos, I'm like, oh, I have such a resting bitch face. But now I know that I have also not any good poker face. So wow, okay, I have to watch.
It's a combo. I have the combo too, so it's all good.
Okay, good. Let's see what we have. I'm trying to find a right deck for it. It's a big energy. Let's use the mouse deck.
So usually Pluto is about, well, when it turns retrograde, it's about more of directing the energy inwards. So more inner transformation, more changing the frequencies, I'm guessing, in Aquarius, maybe something regarding AI, technology. So let's see what the cards have to say.
Yeah, so far it's very personal. I'm assuming I will click on what it means for the collective, but so far it's extremely personal. We have the card of transformation. We have the card of learning your skill and your purpose. We have Dracula, which is draining the life out of you. We have the flowers, which means that's your charm, how you address love, people, connections. And we have fun, okay? That's the last card of fun. So basically what I'm seeing is that it's kind of a dropping a mask during that phase and really revealing who you truly are, but in a deeper sense that I think we ever saw so far. I really see this big transformation is going to click for a lot of light workers on what is their mission, what is their destiny, what is that they're meant to be learning, doing. So we have the next one is skills with the Ace of Cup underneath as joint cards. So I really see that it's all about seeing what makes you happy, what makes you start to learn, start to be in your power. But it's a transformation that we have been slowly preparing to for the past months, the last eclipses. It's almost like we are getting rid of everything that is no longer us. But this one is surprising me in the intensity that it has, because it's almost like a part of you is just, I know it's a lot, but this is kind of where that comes to mind. It's dying. It's almost like something is just dying inside of you and you're purging it. But in a way, I love the word purging, but not everybody loves it. You're letting go of a persona. You're letting go of some kind of image that you thought was you, to go to the real you, and no more energy leaks. No more. So you're going to have, at first it's going to be very scary for some people who are not doing the work currently. Those of you who are doing the work, you are on that journey already. It's not going to be scary at all. It's going to be empowering. But some of us that are maybe not doing it fully are going to be surprised at what is happening to me. And we have gaslight and the kind of illusion. So it's almost like we have this big lifting of the veil. So on a personal journey, you're going to feel like you're attracting people through your own authenticity without using any filters, without using any kind of false imagery. And you're going to bring healing to your soul doing that. On a collective, I think it's just going to remove a lot of false people and false story. And lots of lies are just going to be revealed. We are making space for what is authentic, and we're making space for what is true.
Whoa. Okay. So lots of false egos shattered. Wow. I love it. And I feel like personally, that's what I feel is happening within myself. So I guess like if it happens within lots of different individual, then we're making like a huge collective movements, and it makes a lot of sense there. And talking about inner transformation, we were guided to put up this very powerful activation, and that's going to be this Friday. So we're going live on May 9th at 3 p.m. Eastern. This is going to be our sending love and healing to our mother-daughter relationships in order to also heighten the frequency, to do major inner transformation, and also to help connect even more with our big mother, which is Mother Earth as well. When we heal our primordial relationships, then we are able to send so much love and healing into the world and to ourselves, first and foremost, because I think this is going to be very pivotal. So if you resonate with this, please join us. It's going to be very fun. Also very healing. And Elena is going to guide us through a guided meditation with singing bowls. And I'm going to talk about the astrology of this. And we still have a 15% off until tomorrow, May 7th. So do make sure you take advantage of this offer. And the link is down below in the description box. So yes. And next, okay, let's talk a little bit about entertainment, since usually I try to stay a little bit away from this topic because I think it's a lot of diversion of our energy. But now I think it's kind of entering the politics. So we're going to talk a little bit about it. And this one I've been wanting to ask for a while, but I kept forgetting about it. So yeah, let's Russell Brand, such an interesting character. And I know lots of you guys watching this video are aware that he has like a very dark story, past story. And then he came to rise like the phoenix into the light and was a truther for a while. And now those accusations seem to be popping back into the forefront of our reality. So he is accused for assaulting 4 women, at least. There's 4 women in the trial between 1999 and 2005. So let's start, because I'm like, is this true, or is it because he has become too threatening for the establishment? So is this true? The let's say the accusations of assault, sexual abuse, and so forth.
So we have charm and we have girls, girls, girls. So those are our 2 first cards.
So I guess he's the ladies' man, or he was. I don't know.
I think he was. Yeah. Okay. And now we have the awakening, which happened later in his life. We have blocking and we have family. Okay. So it says that he has changed his ways since then. Okay. Let's see what are going underneath those first cards, just to see what kind of energy is there linked with this. Because
we know that in the Me Too type of movement, they try to sabotage lots of those men for no reason. And I know a lot of them are guilty, but I'm guessing some of them are also innocent. So let's see, because maybe he was just a ladies' man. Who knows?
Maybe not. Let's see what we have.
Maybe not.
Okay, so we have... Okay, those 2 will keep apart. I will show them to you. Girls, girls, girls. We have 4 of swords. That's not an aggressive one. Okay, let's see with flattery and charm. Let's see what we have there. We have the Hierophant. So far, I'm not seeing something that is bad.
The Hierophant can also be the establishment trying to shut him down.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now. We have the Magician. We have the Death card later on. I think he has too much in his power and he don't like it. I'm going to, just for making sure, I will try to take 1 more cards on those 2 early cards of the girls, girls, and flattery and charm, just to make space for any kind of other message I want to come through.
I love how the cards were so precise in this question.
Yeah. So there's no denying that he was a ladies' man. The Knight of Wands is that kind of energy.
Yeah. But more like correct me if I'm wrong, but more using his charm rather than aggressivity.
Absolutely. No, I don't see at all aggressivity. Honestly, I was really on the fence with that one. I didn't know which way it was going to be. But when we have Four of Swords, which is like recharging, resting. That means that I think he was often not aware through substances of what is happening, and that could be stories that are made up because the people knows that those events, it was completely out of his mind because of the substances. But I don't have the cards of extreme bad. I'm trying to watch my words so much. I don't have the bad cards that I would normally see for that kind of event at all.
And we do have them, believe us, in those decks, right?
For sure. So the two cards that I kept apart, by the way, are that because he is in his phase of spirituality and his fame is high, there is a lot of potential to just try to sabotage while this is the doubts, illusions, putting in information in the mind of people. So I think that's what they are trying to do. And for sure, we have awakening the blockage in family. So they're trying to break him apart with the family, or trying to create chaos to break the marriage.
Okay. Wow, that's very unfortunate because like I love his delivery of information, and I think he's been like such a soldier of information on the alternative platforms. Yeah. And I guess he has become too threatening for the establishment or the people in power so far.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one that we have here, and since since Easter, we're starting this big Judgment Day. Let's talk about it. So this trial has started yesterday on May 5th, and it's interesting that it correlates also with Pluto turning retrograde, and this is very Plutonian. So we're talking here about trafficking and such. And let's see here if I can show you guys what they were talking about. So there is a little bit of a timeline here on the charges and everything that is against him. Okay, let's ask the cards. Is this court case part of Judgment Day and the revelations that we need in order to awaken? As I'm finishing my question.
Yeah, the first card is sign, so it's one of the signs. It's almost I have a weird mind, but the signs of the apocalypse, it's almost like this is one of them on the list.
Okay.
I just want to be clear on that, for Judgment Day and not for the apocalypse this time.
Well, apocalypse and Judgment Day is the same thing if you think about it, because apocalypse means the lifting of the veil in Greek.
Perfect.
So it's connected. It's just that we've been brainwashed into thinking that apocalypse is like the destruction of the earth, but it's not. It's Judgment Day. So, okay, what will be revealed in this trial? Will there be, let's say, more unexpected stuff besides the obvious?
Okay, let's use a teddy bear deck. It's not going to be disturbing. Okay, let's see what we have.
Maybe people that we didn't know were involved, or is it going to change the mainstream view on the music industry, on Hollywood? Like, what is going to be revealed there?
So far, it says that they're trying to protect a lot of people in this, and they're trying to not name people that are in position of fame and power. Okay, so they're trying to, and there is deals, money being exchanged, and that has been taking place before the trial. So there's people buying their freedom and keeping their name out of it. There has been tapes that are being sold. We can see there on this picture, it's like they're sending boxes of stuff to people so you can buy your information that would have been in the trial. So far it's really bad.
So far we're not going to know the exact truth of everybody who's involved.
Now, and the first card is the Knight of Swords reverse, so I don't like to see this. Okay, let's see. Two of Cups. Are they all reversed? No, none of them are reversed. Two of Cups reverse. The Price is with the Strength. Wheel of Fortune reverse. The Empress. Bodyguard, the Fool reverse. I don't like it. I think that there is a possibility for a second trial, because what I'm seeing in this one it's a joke.
Okay. And yeah, you're right. Like, so far they're covering loads of people. Loads of people. Okay, let's switch the energy. And we've asked last week about if we were going to use still passports in the near future, because I've heard that from Katia, the French medium. And you said, no, we're not going to have passports because something else will be used in order to identify us. And we had a comment from Lady of Wild Rose. So thank you for letting us know. And she's saying, why no more passports? Air Canada is currently implementing facial, and I'm going to show you guys here, facial recognition so that you can stay hands-free and not show your passport. Like, how convenient. And right now it's being implemented in Vancouver, and it allows passengers to board without presenting physical ID, streamlining the boarding process. Like, it was so long to show your passport. Okay, so we know that they are trying to implementing, and they have started already, and pretty sure there's other goals than to just be really hands-free, right? Okay. Let's ask, will it become mandatory at some point? Because right now it is not. You still have the choice to present your passport as it is being rolled out, but will it eventually become mandatory?
At some point, they're planning to. Okay, we can see that this could change, the timeline could change, but they're planning to make it absolutely mandatory. Yes, because the money that they are making by selling those information this is not for your passport. This is to control and to, you know it, you're wise, but they're selling everything information because this is just the start of it. Okay, this is power and ruthless. They don't care about the time that you wait. They want to make money. That's all. So, but I do see that there is a potential for a timeline shift, because that's my card of independence, amongst other things. So that's basically the resistance, and just I don't want to do it. So population will have the opportunity of standing together and saying, no, we don't want this, because there is a lot of things that are linked to it. So they're going step by step. So you normalize it, but you should not accept that.
And can we know, like, because I'm guessing this facial recognition data that's going to be stored there, like, how are they going to use it moving forward? Because I'm guessing it's not going to stay just in the airline industry.
No.
What are they going to do with that data?
Okay, so far it's probably a social credit. But it's starting with immigration and everything. We have the going new direction. That's the borders. We have the key, which is revelation. So they want to make sure that do you have the credit score, the social score, social credit? I don't know.
Social credit score. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have that score high enough to enter those countries? And it can really start really small, but and we have the wealthy men. So this is just it is a big long process that they have in mind. It's starting with the borders, but it's going to be implemented wherever they want.
And do the governments already have access to our facial recognition data? Because I'm thinking about, let's say, iPhones that use that to unlock the devices. So they already have it.
Okay. You just cannot use it officially.
So they're going to make it seem like they're gathering it as we travel.
Yeah.
Oh, this is big.
This is big. And they are going to be able to say, oh, we have that data. We can use it, because it's going to be known that they have it.
So can we ask the cards if this facial recognition data that they already possess, is it already linked to all of our, let's say, government's profiles? Let's say healthcare,
No,
passports.
not all of it. Honestly, they're really
They're bad at
slow.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're bad at it. Really bad.
Okay. And my next question was going to be, can we opt out of this timeline? And you kind of said yes. How? How can we opt out of that timeline, of that social credit score?
I'm going to take cards, but I have a few cards. Those are in the middle. We have the begging, we have touch of evil, we have devil in disguise, and we have the return of the energy. So I'm just going to take a few tarot cards with those. So the begging is getting the Page of Wands. There's traffic. Sorry.
It's a message here. We need to, what is it, militer? We need to.
My brain is not working with English today.
Me neither, apparently. To get out on the streets and to say no.
Okay, so we have Chariot, Knight of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, and the Page of Wands. So it says that basically it's very important to change a timeline, that we are reactive. Almost all of those cards, except this one, is getting places, movement forwards, and really choosing your path. That my favorite card of the deck, the Chariot, choosing where you're going, has two different direction you can go. You need to control which one by making sure that we are accepting or refusing things when they are starting.
Okay, so keep saying I do not consent to this, basically. All right, let us know what you think in the comments. We love reading your comments, and it inspires us into asking more questions. Last one I'd like to ask, because I've come across this on social media, drinking in copper drinkware. So apparently it has really good health benefits. And let's ask, first of all, what do the cards have to say? Is it beneficial for us to drink, for example, water in a copper glass?
Okay, so what's the effect of drinking water in a copper glass? You're very connected with energies. Oh my God, let me show you those cards. Unbelievable. So we have intuition, we have ETs, we have recharging, and we have refocus. Do you see how intense you're getting with the world? It's almost like it's activating a superpower of just feeling the energies even deeply. So I'm assuming it aligns something in your body that you are able to sense and be really sensitive to everything outside.
And it's so interesting because copper is conducive to electricity and energy, I'm thinking. Wow. So really heightens the psychic gifts, the connection, you said, to self, to our let's say ET, other souls that are connected to ours.
Insight. You're just getting so much. So exactly like you said, it's a conductive. So you're basically going to get even more. So that means it's a double-edged sword. You need to be aware of what you're surrounding yourself with, because you're going to get it even more intensely. But I'm assuming they were more focused on the good vibrations and really getting insights. But you need to first listen to it when you're not feeling it. You need to get out of that place or that talk or whatever it is for you. And you need to surround yourself as much as you can with good energies.
So you basically become like a Pisces or a Pisces rising, having to absorb all the energy of your surroundings. Yeah. Wow, seems amazing. No, but man. I think I'm gonna try it. Like I do have a copper glass at home, but I never think to use it. But I will. I will, and I'll let you know. Wow. Let us know what you think, because obviously, like in the mainstream sort of articles, they talk about copper as killing bacteria and being improving digestion, and they leave it at that.
Well, the gut is what? The second brain, and it's where you have the gut feeling, so your intuition.
Totally, totally. Can we just ask last question here on this? Like, does it help kill parasites? I just thought of this.
Yes, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
indeed, why? Like we can see and think more clearly.
Yeah, because your gut, like I said, it's the second brain. It's why we say it's your gut feeling. So it's easy to have bad food and not have your intuition. If you eat right, you have more intuition.
Wow. Okay. This is such a good way to end this show. Thank you so much, Sophie, for all your beautiful wisdom. And if you'd like to get some of that amazing wisdom for yourselves, for your personal questions, you can book with her, with Sophie, either a 1-hour tarot reading, which is a live one on Zoom, where you get the chance to ask all of your questions. And Sophie, you can make a list of them because Sophie can answer quite a lot in an hour, as you could see. And also, we have the 1-hour past lives reading if you'd like to dive more into that, into maybe something that is blocking you in this present time, or maybe some gifts that you'd like to recover from past lifetimes. And don't forget, if you'd like to book with Sophie, your discount code, which is Jupiter, to get 10% off your next reading. It's possible to do so all online, to get your date at the time of your choice on the website. And the link is down below if you'd like to book. And Sophie, where are we on consultations so far? Do you have an idea?
3 weeks, I think. So that's not too bad, and it goes fast. So honestly, if you want to have your appointment, a lot of people are saying I booked for something initially, and now I have something that happened yesterday. So trust the timing.
Oh yeah, this is such a good point. Trust the timing, and that happens to me all the time when I'm booking an appointment. If I feel the need to do it, or the hunch, it's because there's something that's probably gonna happen right before the appointment that you're gonna need guidance with. So thank you so much, Sophie. Thank you to all your beautiful souls. Do make sure, if you enjoyed this episode, that you like, you share, and you subscribe to the channel. It really helps us into creating more content like this one for you guys. Sending you much, much love, and we're gonna see you next week. Bye, everybody.